lighten the atmosphere and they keep it like buoyant, you know, it's wonderful. It's only because of how they are that the show still exists. Obviously, if it wasn't for how they were with each other and how they are with everybody who comes on, I mean, no other shows really lasted as long, right? Almost as long as your wee one in this panel. She's done really well, huh? Does anybody else have a question? Hi.
Was it hard or easy to do the movie Brave?
Well, I got the voice match. What's me happy? Would you prefer a sweetie? Thank you. Cool costume. Gee breeze. I got the role as the voice match. It happens a lot. You learn something new, right? A lot of the time in movies, the main actor does the recording and then they're not there for pickups or for whatnot. They're filming Boardwalk Empire or whatever it is Kelly MacDonald was doing. So I got the job as the voice match for Merida and Brave, which was a big deal. It was my first year in America, and so to get an authentic job with a company called Disney Pixar is like, you know, like it was enough emotionally to sustain me for a long time when really not a lot else was happening. As I was explaining, I didn't get a lot of opportunities. Unfortunately, the job I got booked for got taken away, but they said, but we want to keep you as our voice match. So the job I auditioned for, Kelly MacDonald did it, but then I am Disney's official voice match. So then, the first thing that happened was I did a commercial, and it was on in all the cinemas. And I grew up, do you know the Scottish comedian Billy Connolly? Do you know who he is? See, he's one of our like national heroes. He plays the dad, whose name is Fergus. Like, I don't know anybody in Scotland called Fergus, but the two main jobs I've done in America, my son's called Fergus and the dad's called Fergus. I'm like, do you guys think that that's like our only name we have for guys in Scotland? And there's a new actor on the set last week, Adam Fergus, that's his real name. He made a joke, he was like, what's your surname, like McLeod or something? I was like, it's just like one of those Scottish names that people not from Scotland think is very Scottish. Anyway, so I did this commercial, so I'm in a sound booth down in Santa Monica, pop recording studios, and they record everything. They record all the coolest stuff you've ever heard of, the biggest movies, and pictures of every famous person everywhere. And I was in a sound booth with Billy Connolly and Emma Thompson's voice, because she plays the mum. So for 20 minutes I was like, I'm in a sound booth listening to them speak to me, and I'm replying as Merida. And so that was my first kind of proper Brave, you know, being the voice of Merida, and I loved it. And the American ad guys, the copywriters, had written mom, and I was like, no, we don't say that. We say mum. They're like, really? I was like, really? So I even changed the word. You just don't, it's only in America or Canada you say mom. So yeah, that was my first Hollywood rewrite. No, that's not what we say ma! No, mum! Mummy! We don't say mom. Yeah. Are you okay there? Do you have a question? Secretly? There's nothing you want to know? Please ask. Please, come on. You're all so shy. You're only going to beat them off with a stick.
Hi there, nice to meet you.
Hi.
I'm Edgar from Reynosa, Mexico.
Oh, cool.
And I'd like to ask you, you already mentioned him twice, but I'd like to know, from my point of view, how is it to work with Jared?
Just Jared?
Yeah, exactly.
Just Jared. You're fine.
Since Gilmore Girls.
Oh, of course, yeah, and they just did something there, right?
Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
Yeah, they did the whole... Is that another, is it like a film or an episode? Or?
There was an episode where he visited the set of Gilmore Girls, but no, I was, basically asking how it's for you to work with him.
Yeah, so Jared, my first experience really of working with Jared fully was a restaurant. I remember there was a restaurant scene where I was sitting, and you see it in the end of episode 18, it's like a pre-thing for the next episode, where I'm like, you know, let's discuss terms, and it's, you know, Sam and Rowena are sitting down opposite each other. So that was really the first time I had like quite a long conversation with Jared. And normally what happens is when you rehearse and set up, you bugger off. You bugger off for 20 minutes, they do the lights, then you come back and you shoot it. So I very often just stay in situ, because I'm weird. And Jared sat with me for 20 minutes and just asked me lots of questions. And he's super fast thinker, and very personable, and very, and just really, there's a lot of sets that people are on where the lead would not do that. But Jared did that, and I really appreciated it. I was a bit nervous. No, I'm still not 100% my set. Like I'm still like, I'm still impressed by them. I'm honest now, but Jared is very much like, both Jensen and Jared are very much like get the job done, and they're like, well, what can we do to make this work? And for example, the bit where he puts the chains on me, and he would, he's walking out the door, I ran after him, come back, you big bambo, and he was like, oh, and liked it and played along, and they love that. They love when you do something that makes them surprised or respond, which says a lot about their openness, because a lot of actors who are in number one position in the call sheet want to control the situation, or and they're not like that. They want you to do a good job and you to bring your thing. So they're super decent people. It's disgusting. Makes you sick. They're like so successful and so handsome and so nice.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, really? So, does that answer your question?
Yeah, that's very nice, because the way you describe it is like he's some kind of big prankster or something.
Oh, they're all big pranksters. Oh, this prank that we're doing just now, he's in on it. He's so funny. At Omnicon, it's online, so I'm hiding from that camera. At Omnicon, there was a thing about how deep each of their voices were on the panel. So I was like, Mark's got a voice, and I've got my Dean impersonation, which is I think is quite deep, apparently not. And obviously Misha is like, obviously they seem to like kind of growl each other on the show. So anyway, Jensen, Misha had to show how deep his voice was. So Misha goes, I was the one who ripped you hard and raised from perdition, whatever that thing is they said. And Jensen thought he was being funny and said, that's how he sounds in the morning. And Jared is the one that went, how do you know? And dropped the mic in front of 6,000 people. So that's Jared Padalecki. Yeah.
Thank you, nice meeting you.
Thank you very much. How do you know? Is there anything else you'd like to ask me? Thank you. Is that Pokemon? Are you playing Pokemon? You will be sorry. I'm going to come over there just now and ask you a question.
Hi, my name is Adrian. I'm from here in McAllen, and first I want to say it's an honor to meet you, I guess. And I actually just barely saw the first season you appeared in, and I gotta say, favorite part of the season for me, Rowena.
You're a man with good taste.
My question for you was, can you tell us about your first day on the Supernatural set?
Sure, yeah, I can. I sure can. I said it really American. Thank you very much for your question.
Thank you.
So my first day on set, they flew me up for Soul Survivor, and they flew me up to Vancouver, like this on the plane, and put you in your apartment, pick you up in the morning, drive you for your costume fitting, and the next day I was on set, and all I had to do was sit in the chair with the dead bodies above me, and sit, or all I had to do, I just had to put my glass down and look up. So I literally had to do two things. Like put my glass down, not drop it, smash it, spill it everywhere. Just put my glass down and look up and not drop the book or wet myself or just something, right? And I walked onto set, and I was in my stocking feet and my heels on, because they give me heels like this. And somebody who I now know as Moira, who's the costume supervisor on set, she didn't know me at the time, she didn't know I heard her, but as she walked past me, she said, "She's really small." I still tease her about that, and I was like, yeah, I know. And so when I sat in the seat, I had a booster. And it was Jensen directing, and thank God I didn't have any lines or anything, I was so nervous. And he got me to lift my eyes. Very often in camera you have to cheat your eye line. If you look at the person on camera, that looks like you're looking down, so you might have to, you have to cheat your eye line all the time. So I had to cheat my eye line. Jensen, like, we got that. So whilst we were, you do the rehearsal, and then, as I said, you usually bugger off for 20 minutes and they set up the lights. I stood beside Jensen, and the set, now I realise it was so quiet because it was Jensen. Sometimes the set can be noisy. For some reason, because it was Jensen, crew were all really peaceful, really quiet. He's a great director like that, Jensen. And he stood at the side and he was like, "Another redhead." And I was going to say, we're a feisty bunch, but I was too nervous. So I didn't say anything, I just went, I actually thought he might have asked me to dye my hair black or something, because you know what I mean? It has a few redheads. So he just, again, like Jared, he was like, asked me lots of questions, and spent the time with me, and I just thought he was lovely. And then sat down, managed not to like do that. When you're nervous or something, I'm going to fall over and just like throw the glass in my face. So I managed to do it in the number of takes that we needed, and like find my eye line, and then I went back to my trailer, and that was it. That was my first episode. It probably was on set for under an hour, sitting in my chair. There's a picture of me sitting in my chair with my legs crossed like this. And for some reason, I knew I was coming back for these next two that I was pinned for, but in my head it was like I was Rowena, and this was going to be a storyline. Nobody else, because people come and go in Supernatural all the time, guest stars come and go, but I was kind of like there, like really speaking to people and introducing myself to people like I was going to be there for a while. So maybe it's that thing about, you put it out there and then that's what comes back. So it was a really nice way to have a first day where I didn't have too much responsibility, or just to get up there and do it and then go back and then really prepare for the next episode where I had lots of speaking to do. And that was the next episode where I came in and I said, the hungry thing, and the crew laughed, and Bob Singer said to me, Ruth, I'm bad at these impressions. I could just about listen to anything you say. And I was like, that's okay, just because I'm Scottish, I'm going to get away with so much on this set. It doesn't matter if I'm bad, just because I'm Scottish, I'll get away with it. So that's what I hold on to. Yeah. We've not done the V Club Megamix. Have you heard about the V Club Megamix? You look terrified. You've not seen it online? She knows what it is. Have you heard of the V Club? You've not? You know Brianna, she's naughty, right? So we were talking about feminism and Supernatural, and she was like, yeah, V Club, and I was like, oh. And then the next day I was doing a panel, and Misha came out into the panel, and I said, Misha, do you want to join the V Club? And he's like, what does V stand for? I was like, vagina. And he was like, yeah! So he's officially the treasurer. But he does. And so I do this thing. It's like the V Club Megamix. And it inaugurates you into the Mega Coven and the V Club, which I know you're all dying to be part of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it at my panel tomorrow, right? So you all have to come. Yeah? You promise? Nod your head. Yeah, you'll come? One more question. One more chance. Go on, you know you want it. You get another sweetie. There's no limit to how many questions or sweets you can get. Thank you. You can share it with a friend. So big.
Did you have any fun with Felicia Day on that one episode you were together?
Yeah, I did. I was nervous about working with Felicia because I'm impressed with her as a person, as a creative person. She's created so much, right? She created the web series. She's, you know what I mean? She's amazing. And it was a scene. It was a tricky scene because there's 4 of us again. Like, if there's more than a couple of people, all of a sudden, it becomes more pressured for time and camera and everything. And I had quite a lot to say. They kind of do give Rowena quite a lot of don't they? They kind of, go on a bit. And she was there, Misha was there, Jared had come and gone. And it was a bit when I'm talking about Sister Agnes. And I just had 2 big paragraphs like, me, talk. Oh no, I hate the sound of my own voice now, I hate it. And then I got a bit nervous and I got a bit flustered, and I really know what I'm saying. And I blanked a bit. And so I just kind of said, I'm honestly not normally this antsy. I'm normally really, I'm nailed down, but I said, honestly, I wanted to impress you, Felicia, and it's making me nervous. And she went, and her and Misha just grabbed me and hugged me. And the photographer was there for the day, so the CW network photographer was there, and she was like, oh no, just do it again, but you can't recreate that. So that's the picture where there's Misha and Felicia and I, and it's like a ginger sandwich. That picture that's online was just the second after, because you can't repeat that kind of, that's really just that actor to actor thing where they were like, even though they were like, you don't need to press out, they just know that feeling when you think no matter how successful anybody is, you still have that feeling, you know what I mean? Usually the most successful people, I know Judi Dench, she leaves her bag at the door, she always thinks she's going to get asked to leave rehearsals, It's like, you always have that actor insecurity, and it was so nice that she spontaneously did that, so it was lovely, yeah. Thank you for your question, I appreciate it. Thank you. That's me done? Thank you. Will you come back tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah, and we'll do the V Club Megamix. You're dying to. Throw your V. Nice to see you all. Thank you.